What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be tearing down the Speed 6 to get everything over to powder coating. In the last episode, you guys saw me send off the fuel injectors for the port injection, and that was 100% the problem, and we're going to show you guys why right here. So huge shout out to my boy Jordan at Mazdaspeed Motorsports. This guy cranks out injectors so quick. Sent these out. These are Bosch 2200cc injectors, and you know, as you guys remember, we were having some stuttering issues with the car and some hesitation. Well, here's why. These are 2200cc injectors, and this is what they were flowing when he tested them when they came in: 1900, 1600, 1200, and 1000, and they were all dripping. This is after the cleaning, all around 2150 in excellent spray pattern. So these will go back in after powder coating and be 100% ready to go, and we should have no more problems, and this thing should absolutely be on a mission with all the fuel. So I'm pretty pumped about that. So we got this intercooler pipe re-welded. I know a lot of you guys were commenting to fix the weld. Yeah, we fixed it. You know, no one's a perfect welder here, but we did extend the tip of this here into the coupler because it was a little bit short. So we extended it a little bit so it goes into the coupler more, so we don't have any problems with high boost and that coming out of that coupler. So the goal for today is to break everything down and just kind of have you guys along with me to kind of wrench. So I'm going to take the intake off, the compressor housing of the turbo, all the rest of the intercooler piping, the fuel rail here, and the JMF is all coming off because it's going to be going to powder coating to get all prettied up. So yeah, strap in. We're gonna do some wrenching, and hope you guys stay and join with me. Gonna get to it. First thing, I already unplugged the MAFE. I'm just gonna pull off the vacuum line from there. And everything all taken apart. It's gonna be nice having everything coated and nice for when we put it back together. It'll definitely have the looks to go with the power for sure. Okay, intake's off. Just gotta pop this guy off here and then move on to the intercooler piping. All right, so we got the intake off. Now I'm going to take the cold side of the turbo off, and for that you just got to undo the bolt on the back side to loosen up the compressor housing, and then you take those off, and then the compressor housing will just come off. Just be careful because of the wheel in there, you don't want to damage it. All right guys, compressor housing's off. Turbine wheel looks perfect still, so I'm gonna actually cover that up so no damage is done to it, which no one's really gonna be out here, so it's just a precautionary measure. Now I'm going to take this fitting off right here to get rid of the fuel rail and pop the intercooler piping off, and then start working at the JMF, get that out of there. All right, just popping off the blow-off valve, just getting this V-band clamp undone. Then I gotta take these two T-bolt clamps off the throttle body, and I'll be able to pull the rest of this intercooler piping out. I probably could have just pulled the intercooler pipe out and then the blow-off valve, but I already committed. Let's see what we got going on here. It does suck pulling it all apart because it's like, I know that the injectors are back and that the issue is like 99% sure gone. But I know that if I put them in and start driving this thing, that I'm not gonna want to take it apart. We're gonna have some crappy weather in the next week, so I figured I might as well just get it done and over with. Okay, got all the intercooler piping and the intake pipe off, and those are all ready to go. Man, I'm getting pumped to see what the end result looks like. It's gonna be sweet. All right, now to the fuel rail and starting on the intake manifold. All right, on the Speed 6, it's kind of a pain in the butt, or Gen 1. You gotta kind of move the power steering out of the way to get to this bolt over here on the end. So I'm just taking that off right now, and then our manifold will be free and clear to get out, but it's really not terrible. The bottom bolt on the power steering is just a huge pain to get to, especially when you got big hands. Okay, got it. Dang. So best tool that I found is like a little Allen bit, little 1/4 inch Allen bit, and I stick it inside like a 1/4 inch ratcheting socket or ratcheting wrench and use it that way. So the manifold is free. Okay, we're just gonna come out like that. I just need to detach 2 things here and we'll be right back. All right guys, JMF is off. Just gotta pop the throttle body off, and I'm honestly just gonna leave those fittings on and just have them cap or tape off where the fitting goes in, because I'm just gonna have them wrinkle black all of them. Or maybe he'll take them out, I'm not sure. But I'm also gonna have these little brackets powder coated as well, and that'll be awesome. So everything's kind of apart right now. Just gotta pop this fuel rail off and we'll be ready to drop everything off tomorrow, which is pretty awesome. Guys, everything is apart. I have all the parts loaded up in the Jeep. So basically what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna get them powder coated. I'll catch you guys back in another episode when I do that. But basically all the piping and stuff is going to be the same wrinkle black as this valve cover, and just kind of finish everything off, and then we'll come back and put everything together. But I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I appreciate you guys stopping by to watch me wrench and kind of get this stuff apart, because once it goes back together, I don't plan on pulling anything apart unless I blow this thing up or something. So yeah, it should be pretty cool to see how it comes together. Oh boy, so a few days later, we got our parts back, and do they look so sick. So we only got back the piping, the intake, and the intake manifold. And this is like kind of like a wrinkle black, but this is called splatter black. And it's not very like textury like a wrinkle black might be. I mean, it's got a little bit of texture to it, but man, unreal. Everything turned out so good. Intake, I mean, it's phenomenal. I'm super happy with it. And we have some action here on the intake manifold. Looks super good. And I have a surprise for you guys. In the next episode, you will see everything going back on the car and everything buttoned up. But we have a accent color that's going on the fuel rail and the compressor housing of the turbo. I know I said gold before, but I kind of changed my mind back to what I originally had in my head. So that'll be pretty awesome. It'll flow really well in the engine bay with what's already there, and it's just very subtle and clean. And that's really what I wanted on this car, was just very subtle, clean, nothing crazy flashy, and just overall sleeper. But everything is now matching and in one color, not all chip paint and all that other craziness going on. So it's definitely going to be super awesome. I mean, this just came out amazing. It almost looks like, I don't know, it's almost like got like a gloss flaky to it, but it's not. Like it turned out so good. I'm so happy with it. I just can't wait to get everything back on the car. I'm super pumped that it's just going to be a super crisp, clean engine bay and not kind of like hodgepodge together. I personally cannot stand that. I hate when everything's like cluttered in different colors that don't go together. It bothers me. I'm very nitpicky when it comes to that. So pretty excited to have this all ready to go. And plus the injectors are now clean and ready to flow a ton of fuel, which I'm pumped for. So I'm not going to bore you guys with putting the car back together because you just seen it come apart, but I am going to put the car back together and get ready to fire this thing up and reload the maps for the port injection and the access port from Justin back on it to the newest one we have, and get ready to send this thing, because I feel like that is 100% what the issue was, and we're going to be ready to fly. And I can't wait. I'm going to be doing so many videos for you guys with this car just to show its potential and how amazing it is and how fun it is. Oh man, it's going to be sick. So definitely stay tuned. If you guys have not subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up if you're pumped about all our sweet looking pretty parts now. And drop down below in the comments what you think the accent color for the fuel rail and the turbo are going to be to go along with the rest of the engine bay. Comment also what you guys think on the color that we chose for all the piping and all that stuff here on the black. Huge shout out to my boys over at Radiant Powder Coating. They really killed it. I'll be working with these guys closely on every build here on out. They're so close to the house. It's so convenient and I love it. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. But until next time, we'll see you later. Have a great day.